start. This is the fourth game in our series. It takes you behind the scenes of MP's quest to prove he's the best player in his position in the league. How you feeling ahead of this one?
9 out of 10.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
All right. Now, what if I told you Mom's back on social?
You know what? 8 out of 10. Yeah, love Mom, but I can pick my own battles. But what she said this time?
Some families talking trash, saying you can't defend. Mom jumps in, she calls it casual, and say you're gonna shut down your matchup tonight.
A casual?
Yep.
Right. She's been learning a lot of new vocab since she's been online.
She has been spending a lot of time on socials.
Ma, I love you, but you're never gonna learn if I keep bailing you out. So, yeah, no guarantees tonight.
So you leaving Mom's hanging?
I'm gonna do my best to win my matchup and win the game. When Mom calms down, she'll understand.
Number 24, standing 6'5", number 14, number 13, number 53, the head coach of the Miami Heat is Eric Spoelstra.
We have the first leg of the NBA season, Greg, now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but things have started here. to balance out.
And talk about competitive spirit. MP has come out and, in essence, dedicated this season to winning his own matchups.
Well, when you make a declaration the way MP did, you wonder how your team will react. Because sometimes a goal helps inspire everyone, but it can also serve as a distraction. In this case, it's the former. And MP has been locking his man down, and this team has been playing well.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield. Horford is out there with Kuminga, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. And here is Curry, following the three-pointer by MP. Down low. And Powell with the basket on the assist by MP.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now, here's Curry. 23 points his last outing. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. We talked about the mindset needed when squaring off against Jimmy Butler, and Coach said Jimmy is a firecracker. You don't want to set him off or he could explode in your face. I told our guys just to focus on the game and not give any extra motivation. Out there to see if they prevent Butler from popping off. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And here is Curry, following the three-pointer by MP. Pass to Horford, fires the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
Young for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort, and let's give credit to the front office. This is exactly what they had in mind when they put this roster together.
Miami leading by 5. Young for 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Outside Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, you knew that was coming. Curry with the answer.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And a new group in for the Heat. Khalil Ware's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Jaime Jaquez. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Mitchell in for Hero. Now, here's MP. What a tremendous game he played against New York.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run. But when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit. So eventually, he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
We'll continue to track that story. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. Wasted no time on that one. MP's got 21 in the game.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Pajemski on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. And the wide open shot from Green. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, he's a below-average shooter from distance, but when Green is connecting from out there, it really opens up the offense.
Young, and it's Miami with another.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Takes a step back. It's good.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
It could go. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second. Just here for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Khalil Ware. Tyler Hero comes in for Fontecchio. And MP subbed in for Mitchell. Then for the Warriors, Kuminga's come in for Moody. Buddy Hield comes in for Brandon Pajemski. And Curry subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Warriors trail by 12, setting the floor for the Warriors. They're going with Hield and Butler on the wing. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Jim, has made on this game. And not only at this level, but at every level. With that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice. Now, Hero after the miss from Buddy Hield. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player. And having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line, you think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, two of the best to ever do it.
Khalil Ware's checked in for Miami. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Norman Powell.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
And it's good, 2 points. Jaquez has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, that's nice right there. Big man points in the paint for Jaquez.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul number 4.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Outside, Horford. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy in that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Guys?
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. Now, here's Kuminga. 26 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. MP, that's for 2. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. MP's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. Curry passes to Kuminga. Pass to Horford. And Curry has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection possession by MP. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ware. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then tee up.
And so it's MV making things happen for the Heat. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
I don't see the fight. They're getting pushed around. You really see it on the glass.
They need some of that diesel energy in the paint. All right, guys, let's move on and see the latest injury report from across the league. And that'll do it for halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
They've got Norman Powell. Young is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Adebayo in at the center. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Curry dishes to Horford. Pass to Butler. Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by the Heat.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Young, good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now here's Hield. No scoring in this one. Kuminga kicks to Butler. Horford with a screen on Powell. And the Warriors miss again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
And here's MP for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Butler. Horford dishes to Hield. Kuminga the pass to Curry. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
And here's MP for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 49 points in the game.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Butler. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Butler. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
And we've seen this so many times. A hot start by Curry. And once he gets rolling like this, there's not much the defense can do.
It's good.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Golden State moving the ball around. Curry outside. Carries it from three-point range. Curry's got 20.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those three-point opportunities.
And here's Young from the arc. And the Heat, another 3.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
1:14 left in the third. Curry way outside, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Outside Curry. Back to Butler. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's MP. The offensive rebound. Adebayo. And the shot goes down.
Well, this guy is giving all his energy on every possession. Those are just hustle points from Bam. He got the board and he converted it into 2 points.
And that one's good by Butler.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Young. And that one drops for him. Young's got 59 points.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Great D that time from Powell. And so it's Miami. With a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well,
Miami. Different look here for the Warriors. Al Horford, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Kuminga comes in for Gary Payton. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Moses Moody. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. Setting the floor for the Warriors. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Horford, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Horford with the screen on MP. Outside Butler. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Well, they're passing to Horford. Curry against Young. That's good from Horford on the assist by Curry.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
away from Curry for two. Misses the jumper.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
And here's Young from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. And the Heat, another three.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but we have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Now let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
I'm here with MP, who just set the rookie record for threes in a season. How much was this on your radar? Did you know when you set the record?
Dom, look at me. There was no way not to know. My teammates have been updating me all season. I can hear them calling it out from the bench. Those guys, man, those guys are my guys. And now that I know what type of people they are, I know that they're not just great teammates, they're great, genuine human beings.
Well, thanks for your time, MP.
Hey, thank you.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, Dom, thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Okay, all right. Mom, it's not about me. It's not. I think it's funny, I do, but you're putting the team in a weird spot. Now everybody's got to answer questions about you. It's kind of a distraction for us.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just hard for me to see people talk about you like that.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of idiots out there, okay? When they get an NBA player's mom to respond on social, it's like literally the greatest moment of their lives. And now that I'm at this level, we just can't give them the satisfaction.
Well, they should be embarrassed then.
They should, but they're not. Okay, so listen, if you're not gonna stay off social, then you gotta ignore them. I mean, isn't that what you taught me growing up anyway?
Sounds like something your father would say. I taught you to hit back twice as hard so they don't try you again.
That only works in real life, Ma. The more you engage with these internet trolls, the more of them climb out of their little holes and they attach to you.
Okay, I hear you. I won't go on social anymore. Hey, I'll even delete my account if that'll make you happy.
Hey, that'd be great.
Then consider it done. I love you, MP.
Love you too, Ma. Talk soon.
some rapid fire?
Shoot.
Tougher to defend off the dribble, Kyrie or Steph?
Steph.
Interesting. Why?
Well, both are going to make you look bad. Kyrie's handle is more likely to cost you 2 points. But Steph, see, that's going to cost you 3, baby.
All right. Tougher to stop in transition, LeBron or Giannis?
LeBron.
You wouldn't even consider Giannis?
Giannis is a legend, but LeBron is LeBron.
Fair. All right.
Yeah.
You need to stop one person to win. Who's tougher, Shea or Jokic?
Ooh. Ooh, now that's a tough one. Okay, both will, cook you more times than you want to admit. But that's the crazy thing about today's NBA. The league is stacked. Stars on every team.
It's like a nice matchup.
Exactly. This dude is no joke, but if I can outplay him and win, that'll say a lot about my standing in this league.
Shaking, MP.
Looking for seats to upcoming minor league games? Head up to the counter. Visit our ticket booth. Ticket sales reps are standing by. SSL weekend. Be sure to attend our next home game so you can take part in the very special giveaway. Each fan in attendance will receive their very own burner calendar. You don't want to miss out on this. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word "heat" along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our declaration will respond and address your concern immediately. Just a reminder, folks, to make sure to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your
Oh, say does that star-spangled... Here we go.
And it's going to be the Clippers off the tip. Let's send you over to the sideline to discuss MP's groundbreaking season.
Thanks, guys. Well, a pretty auspicious record, he said. The most 60-point games in a season. He's on a tear for the ages and has established himself as one of the most combustible scorers in the game. Guys?
All right, thank you very much. Good stuff there. And a storyline for MP over this stretch of the season. He's trying to outperform against his matchup each time out. We know that when MP executes that, it can be a pivotal aspect of the team's success.
And the NBA is really a game of matchups. Winning yours, and MP's been doing just that. Facing off with similar level players, if you can win those little battles, it's big when it comes to winning games.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Collins at power forward, Zubac's in the middle. Beal and Kawhi operate together on the wings. And it's Harden in at the point. Now here's Leonard. Turned in an outstanding game against Dallas. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And you talk to front office insiders, they'll tell you depth is a necessity for a winning team, Charles.
With more parity, that comes more competition. And I'm told front office executives are continuing to scout players that they feel bring that competitive drive, that desire, that will to want to play and compete on a nightly basis. Because these games, this season, gets long. It's not as frequent when you can just coast through games. You need some real horses to finish the race of the regular season.
Yeah, good point. He rifled that one in from distance. Young's got 12 points in the game.
Well, you got to get out on the young man, or else MP will just rack him up.
Here's Leonard. Al pulls it in.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Young And it's Miami with another.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
And Shams, the last few years, teams often giving up a lot of draft picks when they traded for a difference maker.
The market has changed, BA, and the thought process has been, assuming the trade moves the needle, those picks you're giving up aren't very good. But listen, if the trade doesn't work, you just gave up the farm. And that's the risk reward that you play with as a general manager.
Beyond the arc, gets the three to fall. He's got 17.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Clippers trail by 12. Outside Harden. They need this. And it's good on the layup.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots.
Here's MP. And he gets it to go off the front iron. MP's got 19 points.
Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Now here's Zubac. No points yet. Zubac, screen. Beal shot is off.
Missed opportunity. He's just got to shake that one off.
Here's MP. And it's Miami with another.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Ware's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Some changes for Los Angeles. 1:19 left in the first quarter. To the middle. And then Bogdanovich with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Oh, flawless start for him here in the first quarter.
Pass to Milton. Back to Dunn. There's the triple. Rebound Miami. And only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing right now. 20 wins in a row.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
So it's the Clippers now. Miami making their last shot. Bogdanovich from long range. The rebound by Ware. Here's Young. Driving in. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. MP's got 27.
MP went right for the teeth and got rewarded.
Dunn outside. And the three off target. And so it's Miami feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good. And if you're just too... Making a switch here. Young's checked in. And Shams with younger teams like OKC taking the reins. New stars for fans to get acquainted with. Any concern there for the league?
You know, BA, I think the parity in all these young up-and-coming players is good, and it would probably be more of a concern if these young teams weren't as formidable. But listen, stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they have had their heyday. You want to see that next generation of players ready to carry the mantle, whether that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Cooper Flag, the list goes on.
They've got MP. Bam Adebayo is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Mitchell, and it's Wiggins in at the three. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Pass to Lopez. Takes a three. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Done with a steal. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. To the paint. Leonard's shot's good. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. Some around the league, Shams, saying the Big Three super team era is done. You see it that way?
Listen, BA, the latest CBA clearly is designed to spread talent around the league, clearly is designed for parity around the league, but I really feel like the super team era really came and went pretty quickly. We saw Miami with their Big Three win it all. Kevin Durant to Golden State was really a one-off product of the salary cap spike in 2016. That's been about it. It's been about parity, but you still do need a couple stars in today's NBA to win.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you so much. The Clippers remain scrappy. James Harden said, in order for us to have a chance, we have to bring it every single night. One thing about this team, we're all happy for each other. It could be anybody's turn on a given night. Nobody's going to be upset, and even when we lose, we're still happy for each other. BA, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Pass to Bogdanovich from behind the arc. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Bogdanovich has got 5 points.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Outside Jones. Wide open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So for Miami, Norm Powell comes in for Adebayo. And Tyler Hero subbed in for Mitchell. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubats, he's checked in for Lopez. John Collins comes in for Jones. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's James Harden in for Bogdanovich.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Collins. Now here's Beal. Three-pointer. And Hero grabs the board. And Shams, as always, it was a pleasure to have you with us here tonight. Thanks for making the time, man.
Of course, BA. Call me anytime. Let's do this again. I'm always available for you, BA.
Best to call, text, email, or send a snail mail.
All of the above.
Always a pleasure to hear from Shams. He uncovers some stories that no one else is privy to.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of his reporting. He's a tireless worker, very detailed, and his integrity is second to none.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. This pick is mostly no surprise, but here's your player of the week for the Eastern Conference, MP.
His offensive effort has really gone unmatched as of late. When it comes to that end of the floor, he's been accurate and explosive. Hard for any defense to keep up with that.
Looking at who's out there now for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Ware, and Jaquez is subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. To the inside, Beal. Off target at the rim.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
With the step back. The floater. And Harden lays it up and in. Harden's got 7 points.
Oh, a silky floater by Harden. Making a tough shot look almost effortless.
From deep, MP. And again, Miami with a triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Heat. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Heat. And that's a wrap on half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Harden pairs with Beal to make up the guard set. Kawhi and Collins are the forwards. And it's Zubac in at the 5. From deep, MP. Leonard pulls down the board. And Stan, the importance of team chemistry. Why is it so hard to win without it?
Well, look, Brian, it's not just talent. The talent has to fit together. Guys have to come.
And yes, another basket.
An incredible performance tonight. He's at 50.
And tonight ties him for the 5th most 50-point games in NBA history. Back to Harden. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And the basket by MP.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Leonard outside. Back to Harden. Launches a 3. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
From deep, MP. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's the look you want. Gotta be disappointed coming up empty.
Pass to Harden. The 3. And Hero grabs the board. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing tomorrow play.
Fires for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Young against Harden. Leonard right side. Beal from outside. Nails it from 3. Beal's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
A dozen consecutive points off of 3s. This defense looks rattled.
Los Angeles has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Pass to Collins from outside the arc. And it's MP with a rebound.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Yeah, he's such a competitive guy. Jaquez Jr. just willing that ball in.
Harden, the pass to Collins. Back to Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Here's Young. And Miami again with the bucket.
Oh, wow. How about the handles from MP? I mean, that's just a beautiful play.
Collins outside. Harden from outside. Fast break. Here we go. And MP throws it down.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Leonard outside. Zubac with a screen on Powell. Leonard for 3. Counted from distance. Leonard's got 9.
Their three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Lets it fly. The Clippers grab the miss. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. And they've got a lot of road games ahead. That's game 2 of 7 on this trip. The Heat have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Goes back up. And it's Miami with another.
Well, Adebayo usually has the advantage over other bigs when it's time to run.
Here's Leonard. Got it. 11 points in the game.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. MP is out there with Davion Mitchell. Then there's Khalil Ware. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Fontecchio in at the three, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Well, the Clippers shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Back to Dunn. Shoots over Young. The shot by Dunn, no good. Heat shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Fires from the wing. Hits yet again. And wow!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Pass to Jones. Outside Bogdanovich. Over Mitchell. And the Clippers miss again. Outside Young. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny. So development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter. And it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
And the basket by Leonard.
Yeah, the versatile scoring ability of Kawhi. Whether long range, short range, mid range, he can do it all.
Young way outside. Jones grabs the board.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
MP with the block. On the wing, Mitchell. On the wing, MP. Defended by Dunn. Oh, another one falls. 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Dunn, the pass to Leonard. Back to Dunn. And Young with the block.
Terrific defense by MP. Look, even though he's young, he's not afraid to challenge guys at the basket.
Good work there as it goes. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You gotta love that intensity.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And again for three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Jones from outside. Fires in the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a
connects again from distance.
It has been raining threes for him, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit? Leonard can't get it to go. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Miami.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one.
Good! Another from three.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Lopez, the screen on Mitchell. And it's Lopez, that time on the assist by Bogdanovich. Lopez has gotten his first basket of the night. Miami has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Lets it go from the wing. Yet another bucket.
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal
from the offensive end. Boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. Leonard passes to Dunn. From outside, off the mark. So it's Miami now. Here's MP. And again, it's Miami converting.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on it.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Leonard inside. Fontecchio's there. 5 to shoot. Leonard can't get it to go. On the wing, MP. Defended by Dunn. Another one falls. Amazing.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in the game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
All right, let's send it over courtside.
MP, they say the season's a marathon and not a sprint. You seem to breeze through tonight pretty easily, getting a win while facing one of the top players at your position. Talk to me.
When everything's working in harmony.
Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Dominic, thank you.